Good evening. Welcome to day 4 of the 12 Days of Content Sharing Challenge. My name's Naeem, and I'm trying to produce content for 12 consecutive days on the theme of the 12 Days of Christmas. This is the 4th year that we're doing this, so hopefully some of you are used to this already, and hopefully you've been following this as we've been going along. So today, what I'm going to talk about today? Today I'm going to talk about something really simple. When you meet someone new, or when someone comes across your name, your business profile, or your business, is it fair to say that you expect them to go to maybe the Yellow Pages? Is it fair to say that you expect them to go to Companies House or something else? More often than not, we expect people to do most of their research about new companies or brands that they want to work with or products by going to Google. So today's question is all about what happens when I Google you. And invariably, a prospective customer, business partner, supplier, influencer, whatever it is, will probably do the following things. They'll whip out their phone, they'll go to Google, and they will Google something. And depending on what they see on that first page, because people tend to not have as much patience as they used to have, will have a huge influence on whether or not they work with you, whether or not they get a positive first impression of you. And for that reason, it's really important to understand what happens when your business, your brand, your name, or whatever is Googled. So let's have a try of this. Let's kick off a new incognito window. So there's no cheating going on. So let's go to Google. So I recently had a customer inquiry in the store about a particular product, and they turned around and said, we Googled this business, and we didn't get a lot of good responses on it. Because when we look at this business, this product that we were selling, the immediate Google review came up, and this was the feedback they got. So that was a real, first-hand example for me of someone doing that live. So let's see what happens when I Google Naeem Arif. Okay. When I Google Naeem Arif, and this is an incognito window, which means it's not as if I've preloaded this. The following things come up. We can see LinkedIn is high up there. We can see a Ford's link, a Facebook link, and other things coming up. So suddenly, if someone was to Google me, Google my name, they would see a few links about what I am and what I do, which is great. They would see a very clear image, and consistently they can see this image in a lot of places. And I like putting consistency in terms of the images everywhere, because as you move between different social media platforms, whether it's Twitter, LinkedIn, or whatever it is, sometimes people put different pictures, and it can sometimes be confusing if that person is the same person that we're looking at in a different way. So that's great. I can see if someone Googles my name, this comes up. Let's see what happens if they Google my company. Oops, I'm going to spell it right first. Yeah. Yeah, my company comes up. There's another NA Consulting, Nicholas Associates Consulting in the UK that popped up there. And then we've got some Facebook again, and I've got some videos. So if someone is looking to find out a bit about my business, they're hopefully going to get quite a few opportunities to find out about me and my business. When we go to the news section, or we go to the images section, again, we want to be able to see, your name and brand popping up fairly regularly early doors. And we can see a few things there of mine. That one's mine as well. So it's good to see things are popping up. The first option we had there was the all option. So this is just generally everything Google finds about you. The second option is the videos. So we can see some videos that I've spoken at or people have featured about me, which is great. There's a little Twitter post there popped up, another Twitter post there popped up. News obviously is if there's any news about my business in the press, which in a way is good, there's not. Images is good. So yeah, we've got quite a few images in there. There's that thing where I'm saying it's good to get a consistent image pop up because people recognize you quite quickly. You can see some of my books and some other bits and pieces, which is fantastic. So what happens when we Google you? That was the question I asked. Let's go now and Google United Carpets Stetchford, or let's just go for United Carpets first. Okay, so United Carpets, the group company has popped up here, which is great because incognito can't see where I am. It can see my branch come up, which is great. All right, so let's try United Carpets Birmingham. Okay, we can see Stetchford's come up again there, which is great. If I hit that one, it brings it up. And this, I guess, is the thing I wanted to show, because having a good number of reviews is great, but having a good number of good star, 4 or 5 star ratings is even better. We can see some information about the business. We can see photos. We could see feedback and reviews, which is fantastic. And these are all people who have given reviews themselves. This guy here, Dean Hall, we fitted him last weekend, actually. Very nice guy. He popped over and did a review for us straight away. You can see he's a credible person, 133 reviews, 270 photos. And the great thing here is that he's given us a great review. Thank you, Dean. What we've then done is we've popped straight in and given him a thank you back, and that increases in a way the SEO or the searchability or the content or the number of hits which is popping up. So paying attention to this is really important, because if you go back to the slide I was looking at, in my opinion, this is the sequence that happens. People will Google, use their phones, Google something, and something pops up. And the first thing they see that pops up is often, especially if you're doing it through, let's give that screen back up, especially if you're doing it through Google, the first thing that will pop up is that sort of piece of information that Google shows about your business. And this is that information. Let's go right back to the front and do it again from here. Okay. Information pops up first, and that is a big driver as to what they do. And because we use Google My Business, I'm able to see that from there, people are able to make phone calls, people are able to ask for directions, and all of that happens straight from here because they click directions and that comes through. And I'm making that statement that that's what people are doing. How do I know that's what people are doing? Let me just bring that slide up very quickly. Should have done this before, but it's okay. Here we go. Let me bring this slide up here. Google tells me that that's what they're doing because Google then gives me the stats. Let's go back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Come on, where are you? This one. Okay, so let me just show you that one. And Google tells me, oops, let's just make it bigger here. That'll be easier, right? Google tells me that in the last month, we've had 758 actions after searching. So that's not how many searches I had, that's how many actions. And out of that, 400 odd went to my website, 80 odd asked for directions, and 190 called me. So this is why it's really important to have your Google presence in place, because Google is invariably used by lots of people. And if what they see is positive, as long as what they see isn't negative, as long as what they see isn't some negative reviews, or if they see nothing, then it's a key part of that journey from which people are making an inquiry to when people are buying from you. So ask yourself, what happens when I Google you? Go to Google, type in your name, your company's name, maybe some keywords, and see what happens, and then use that to influence what you're going to do in terms of increasing your searchability and your Google ability. So today was day 4 of the 12 Days of Content Sharing Challenge, a challenge to consistently over 12 days put out pieces of content. We use a hashtag 12DOC. And the trick is it's got to be 12 consecutive days. You can't do a couple of days and stop, and then do a couple of days and then stop. It's got to be 12 consecutive days, because what that does is that gets you into the regular habit of posting and creating content, and it also gets your audience into the regular habit of consuming that content. Hope you've enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you again soon on our next video, which will be tomorrow about the same sort of time.